What if I told you that if I switch screens to the art stream right now, there's a giant Mishka photo waiting for y'all? And at the same time, she's in the bedroom practically yelling for attention. She's doing like that distant kind of type of meow where it's like, wow, where are you? Wow. She wants pets. I gave her pets like a minute ago. She was doing it then too. Like, okay, fine, here, pet, 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 here. Now you're solid for the next 3 hours. And if not, too fucking bad. She do want attention. Not enough? Well, I have a stream to do though. What do you want to do? Huh? Put her on your lap? She doesn't like being on my lap when I'm talking. Till she'll stop meowing in a bit. She's already not meowing at the minute anymore. She's like, ugh. The human speaks. That means I get no attention. Ah, sigh. Life's hard when you have a free roof over your head and free food in your bowl and free water in the other bowl. Ugh. Man. Gee whiz. Life is hard for Mishka, we all know this, yeah. Imagine being a cat. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not. Despite all the free, like, things being there for me, if I am not a street cat, that is. Yeah, I don't wanna wash myself using my own tongue. I'm good. I like showering. I like soap. I like a good sponge. Prince is looking her ears at me. Prince! Anyway, how are y'all doing? Welcome in, everybody. Ale, Ezra, Dominic, Ben, Gray, Aljuno, Ezra, Darkfold, Sage, Resting Bones. How y'all doing? Just finished work? Fuck yeah. If I just become a cloud? You'll be in and out of existence. Guess they kind of come and go, right? Back to the ocean with you. Return to vapor. And you get a cool sword. Oh, that kind of cloud. Yeah. If you have the musculature to wield it, though, that's another thing. We gotta spend 50% of your time sleeping and grooming. That's a busy day. Oh, man. Rough. Rough. Hey, speaking of rough. Get a load of that cat. Get a load of that creature. Little bit of bean, no blep, but a bean. Bada bean, bada boom. Floof. This was heard this morning. Part of the morning ritual of her to, like, as I have my breakfast and watch a YouTube video. Watch my breakfast, eat my breakfast, and watch a YouTube video. There we go. She plops down next to me and, like, really, really lays next to me and against me. Occasionally she let out a little meow. And I was like, hey, hello, hi, what do you want? You want pet? Okay. And then I pet. And she present belly. Just in time for cat belly. That's right. Welcome in, maybe Christine and young man. Get a load of that cat. Behind this cat is a other fluffy creature that I don't know if it appreciates belly rubs. I don't think what I know of Weeb, what kind of vibes I catch from Weeb, I don't think he appreciates a belly rub. So maybe don't. With his 6 arms, he will be the one doing the belly rubs. If someone tells you to sit like a lady, yeah, nah. This is a chunky lady. She's very polite. But probably ban us, and probably, you know what, rightfully so. I wouldn't blame him. The beans. They're there. Whoa. And there's Weeb. Like I said, behind this Mish. It's a different creature. That's fluffy. We shall clean today some more. Just the arms, so should be done before end of stream. Unless y'all get me yapping. I hereby bestow upon thee one whole greeting. Damn, in this economy? Woo! A whole greeting! Not half a greeting. Or honestly, like a fifth of a greeting. A whole greeting! God dang, thank you. Howdy. Or would it be ha? In this economy. Y'all can't afford my howdy. Am I delirious already at 1 p.m.? We did it before shooting yap. Yay! Hi, Upper Jerk. Huh. Greek payday was yesterday, so splurging. Ooh! Treat yourself. Well, that was my watch. Knocking against my desk. Fucking ASMR. How much for a howdy doody? Ooh, that's an expensive one. Not only is it double the characters of just howdy, there's a dash in there too, a special character. That's gonna cost you a pretty penny. Could have come back of high the other day. Dang. What a steal. I don't know what the fuck this bit is. Listen, it's streamer time. You gotta turn on the streamer brain. Oh, right, I forgot to hit enter in the pest channel. Sorry! Thank you, Sploot. The Mishka update is now in big in the server. Exclamation mark Discord. Don't forget to know. All I got is a pretty tarnished penny. I mean, it's still money. Money is still money, despite of how gross it may be. You're supposed to start a creature is perfect. Yeah, you want to see it moving, Ale? Have you seen it moving? Coming for you. Just need to do the other arms on the other side, and then we're done. You can exchange your gross money for pristine goods and services. Ooh. We must love this. He's enjoying it so far. We're gonna do this green one. Yeah, it's just gonna be arms today. For Weeb. After Weeb, if we have any time left on stream, because again, I'm doing shorter streams this week. A mere 3 hours instead of 5. I've been meaning to make, like, I've got my channel point redemptions, right? And some of them have, like, a nice little custom image that I made to kind of mimic the style that the default ones on Twitch have. I've been meaning to update those, so that should maybe be nice and doable. It's like a quick little thing to maybe do 1 or 2 before end of stream. Euros plus minus extra 10 minutes? We'll see about that now, won't we? Does this vector brush have a fixed pressure? Nope. It's got a little bit of pressure sensitivity, but it's very minimal. Blue, thank you for subscribing for 14 months! Would you look at that? It's almost a year and god damn! Thank you for resubscribing for 14 months at tier 2! And immediately in hydration check. God damn! Almost. Almost. Almost what? Ha! Hydrate, god damn it. Wait. Oh my god, it's IKEA music. Knights of Guinevere? Oh, that's Friday. Ooh. I am so fucking excited for Knights of Guinevere. Holy tits. They let Dana Terrace cook, and I want to see it all. They did a little interview with her and I think the CEO of Glitch. I think it was. Just like talking about Knights of Guinevere as much as they can. And we're all just like, yeah, no, I think we can all understand. Anyone who watched the Owl House and knows the horror that went on in having to wrap it up the way they were forced to. Yeah, probably. Dana has a bone to pick. A very, very rightful bone to pick. And I can't wait to see it all. And that's on Friday, Friday. What are you pissed about? A lot. Yeah, no, dude. The whole, like, fairy tale theme park situation. We can all have a hunch as to why. What Dana is upset about. Miss Terrace. Actually, how old is Dana Terrace? I think we're roughly the same age? Oh no. Hang on. Dana Terrace. She's 34. Okay. A little older than I am. But woo. Yeah, Owl House is a good time. Just bear in mind that when you reach the end of the show, yeah, the certain company was like, you gotta wrap it up in significantly less time than we originally gave you. And you will feel this. Is there a link to the interview? I can grab it. I saw it on Instagram. Maybe it's on... I don't know if it's on the YouTube channel of Glitch Productions. Glitch Prod. Here is the link to the Instagram version, at least. You only gave us this many episodes, but you didn't tell us how long they're going to be. Well, there's probably some of that going on as well, like the broadcast slots are only a certain amount of time. They were long episodes, but it's still, the entire runtime is significantly less than what they originally hoped to have to wrap up the story with. Like, you can really tell they wanted to do so much more, and it's... Man! Anyway, go watch The Owl House. And, while you're at it, Amphibia, which started airing at about the same time. Both are a lot of fun. Both super good shows. Mm-hmm. Game recognizes game. .8. Of course, it's a damn shame it got cancelled when it did. Also, filled with Centaur World could have cooked for way longer. Yeah. Yeah. There was a very strong era for a little while in streaming and animation. At least She-Ra, Princess of Power, kind of got to thrive during all that time, I'd say. Another show I thoroughly enjoyed. Just very odd how, was it season 2 or 3 was super short? They called it a season, but it was only like 4 or 5 episodes, whereas the other ones are longer than that. Probably some Netflix shenanigans of like, hey, we order one season, but then we split it up into 2 and broadcast it as 2, so we don't have to pay you as much. That's a practice. It happens over and over. Still mad Netflix canceled Dead End Paranormal Park? Yeah. It's a bummer, because that was another good show. As well as Inside Job. They all seem to have gotten the similar treatment of like, they've ordered one season, but then split it into and broadcasted as such. Only because they had on-screen romance and a kiss in the last season / last episode. I feel the build-up went over most normie executive minds. Yeah. Yeah, at least with Dead End, the graphic novel is still a thing. And I'm guessing the Netflix adaptation is pretty close to the story in the graphic novel. Maybe the character designs are a little different to, like, as they've been accommodated to work in animation. But yeah, they dropped some pretty huge shit on some characters at the end of that last season for Dead India. And it's like, what? So anyone who doesn't reach or read the graphic novels is never gonna get the conclusion. Or like proper answers as to what the fuck's going on with that character. Cool. Dead End Paranormal Pocket, a trans main character too. Never see that. Yep. And it was even like a big point in one of the episodes. Pretty much the whole motivation of why the character moved to the theme park in the first place. Hi Sen, how you doing? I hate how they almost steal all franchises from getting longevity. If only these IPs went to other companies, they would have gotten the same love and longer seasons, but shows are expensive to make. You say that, but I remember Castlevania is a series that thankfully got completed. I don't know if they were super restricted in the amount of episodes that they were given or anything. But the budget for that show is like the whole season is what a single episode of Stranger Things would cost to produce, or maybe even more. the Stranger Thing costing more than the whole season of Castlevania. So it's like, huh? Who you fooling over here? And that's a known IP. That's a Castlevania. So bound to draw in people that are familiar. And new people alike, like myself. I had a jolly good time with both first Castlevania and Nocturne. So Sims Music Day? Yep, for the next under an hour-ish. Half an hour left of Sims Music. I felt like Sims tunes today. So welcome in Blurgs. I'll flip this madness, but comparatively to the animation shows, one of the net cost of shows in comparison with them. It's just... They say animation expensive, and, well, it ain't cheap. But if you compare it then to the cost of Stranger Things, and then when you're a showrunner that does an animated show for Netflix and you're being told, we don't have the money for this, and you see that happen, it's like, you do, but you just choose to spend it elsewhere. And I know Stranger Things is mega popular. I don't know if it's more popular than fucking Castlevania. Maybe a wider audience? But, I don't know. Anyway, yes, Knights of Guinevere is on Friday. And they let Dana cook. I'm so here for it. Free to watch on YouTube. I am not sponsored. Hey, Aiden Jacko, welcome in. Didn't be cooking something good, I have no doubt. Everything looks very tasteful design-wise. Morning, CJ. How did the sad owl turn out? Very sad. I'll grab it for you in a second. Oh. Because I keep switching between cutting styles. Animation! Yeah, just some cleanup though. The thinking part of animation is done. We're doing clean lines. That folder. Is Handsy Boy looking so polite? He's coming at you so politely. This drawing is gonna be huge as soon as I drag it into OBS, so, boom. Here's Sad Owl. Sat in his chair, being sad. Hey, Zombie! Happy Halloween! Oh my god, already? A month and a half in advance. Sadness. Chair sadness. Yeah, that's how that one turned out. He said he's not colored yet. Very sad. He's not gonna get colored. I've only done a couple of the follower giveaway ones that were supposed to be uncolored. But I ended up coloring them because I needed more commission samples. I used the opportunity to grab those and make something colored. Going forward, they are all going to be just a tidy sketch. Look at me, yeah. Tell me out. How you doing, Zombie? Did miss a workout today? Oh no! Don't know what to do about it. You missed a workout yesterday. Try again when you have the time? Need to learn Toon Boom? Good. Is a commonly used piece of software in the industry. Really has such an old version of TV Paint that it's on a dongle plugged into the server somewhere. Yeah, that's how TV Paint operates. That's how mine is, too. I don't know if the latest version of TV Paint is still like that, where you have to have the dongle. That is their anti-piracy method. And it's still has been possible to pirate TV Paint. Unless you were on Mac, then shit out of luck. Hey, they got pretty good student discounts. That's how I got mine. The license that I still use to this day. Permanent license for a mere 222. I've gotten a lot of mileage. I would like to upgrade to the newer version of TV Paint. Because there's a bunch of new features in it that are quite good. I mentioned that a representative at NSC, and they looked at me confused, wondering what time period I came from. Oh no. Thinking of before I graduate, I should buy a TV Paint license with the discount. Definitely get yourself your license before you graduate. You'll need to submit proof that you are in fact a student, but it's such a huge discount, you'd be a fool to not grab it. And again, you get to keep it forever for that price. With free updates every once in a while. But if you have a completely new version, then it's gonna cost you. But even then, I think, if you were to upgrade, it's not full price as to, like, if you were to buy a license from scratch, like, a first time. You have to pay for updates. It depends if it's, like, a completely new version. So, like, going from TV Paint 11 to TV Paint 12 would cost you. But anything with, like, 11.7 something, blah blah blah, those were all free. And I am not sponsored by TV Paint. But if I end up going to Annecy next year, and I'm still doing a stream, and I could be like, yo, hey. I do animation streams, sometimes in TV Paint. You wanna collaborate? I don't know. I've been meaning to go to Annecy for years now, ever since I went last time in 2019. And it keeps being like, hey, actually, I can't. For a variety of reasons, I can't make it. Either too busy with work, or don't have the finances. My unit's IT department tried removing our TV Paint. Myself and the teacher had to get them to put it back on the computers. Now it doesn't import or export video files correctly. Well, that's not useful. Is it acting like a demo now? Because if you have the trial version of TV Paint, you can use all the features, you just can't export or save anything. Oh, bummer. It's a fine thing. Like, you get to experiment with the features, at least. You could probably still make it like a cheeky little screen recording. You make anything, you're like, oh shit. This slaps. Like, before I decided whether I was gonna use CapCut or DaVinci Resolve for my shorts, CapCut has these pro features. You can use CapCut for free, but a lot of, like, the very handy features are hidden behind the paywall. Or stuck behind the paywall. And I wanted to see if it would work alright first before committing to either a one-time 300 or an annual 300. So I did a cheeky little screen recording of my creations in CapCut, and then trimmed it in DaVinci Resolve. But there were some issues sometimes with the playback, so it was never going to be a permanent thing for me to do. I'd rather finesse my way through DaVinci. That's very fair. I have gotten too used to some of the like presets of CapCut to let go of that for now. Unless I can find a way to like make it resemble all of that too. In DaVinci Resolve and then switch to a one-time payment only thing? Fuck yeah, I will. Like if someone made a plugin of a bunch of CapCut similar features, like animation presets, I will. Because that beats not owning the software. Hey Fen, how you doing? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. And Sonny, hi. Howdy lads. They use a lot of AI? Yeah, they got a gross fucking thing in the corner when you open up CapCut. Where it's just like, haha, look at this AI woman. Which I am not fond of. But man, the ease of editing in CapCut is unfortunately very nice for me. I feel like I've got a pretty decent workflow now in CapCut. Freaking AI, I know. I know. Please, bubble, burst faster. It's in the process of bursting. I need it to burst faster. We don't need any more trash. We don't. Everyone get your needles. No. Why? Some of you so wild on it as it was popping. Good. Please, Bubble. We know for the very beginning that you were gonna burst. Just do it already. It's polluted already. It's already quite stinky. Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos now of like what happens to the areas when a data center has opened that does AI processing and computing, and it's bad. Like the water pressure from the tap is gone, essentially. That is not the trickle-down economics that are mentioned in economics classes. Hi, Kevin. Speaking of trickle-down, how you doing? We were talking about TV Paint earlier, your favorite. I do like that one. Uh-huh, yeah, I know. Hey, Kevin, what do you think of this weeb? I wish the new one wasn't so buggy. Oh, is it buggy? No! I hope they get onto it though. Because the fucking features that I remember seeing in their announcement trailer, I was like, yo, finally. A phone died, but I missed. We were all like raising our hands to the sky, just be like, AI bubble, you fucking burst already, you piece of shit. Bliss. That's pretty much what happened. Good scurry, thank you. It was inspired by this creature from Mononoke, as per Weave's request. Thing I'm dealing with is it takes a full second for my pen to register on floating windows. Oh. It's not a huge deal, but it slows me down enough that I started using the old version again. Ah, really? Yeah, that's annoying. Doesn't even go here, me too, ISPS, yeah. Me as a Lightbox setup, and it's so sad to me when we have no paper animation courses or even assignments around them. They've just become decoration. Maybe one they'll get used. You know, let's take the initiative and just be like, this assignment that I've been given, I'm gonna do it on paper. Just cuz. I drew on paper for the first time in a long time yesterday. Felt good. Yeah. Looked nice. I keep bringing my Moleskine with me whenever I go further away. With the idea of like, I'm gonna draw on transit or something, and then I remember. I like to stare at the window. I'm actually not sure what you pronounce this, moleskin or moleskine. You all know what I'm talking about? Those super thin little booklets. They've got lined versions and they've also got blank pages. I'm terrible at it, but it's enjoyed nonetheless. Just do it every now and again? Yeah. I mean, I have drawn a lot while on commutes to school and such in sketchbooks. That was the main way I ended up filling sketchbooks. You say it the first way? I think I said moleskin first. Well, Lecture's been mostly paper for you. Both drawing and animating, and my art feels better and it's more fun to do. Ooh. Even more fun! Who knew, Kevin? You could have even more fun with it. You've been doing some of your freelance work on paper, haven't you? I'm not mistaken. Keep talking about drawing, so I'll have the urge on the weekend. Yeah. Yes. Doodling. Also, hey Ender. Welcome in. Oop. Held down the wrong button. Now we're gonna get all of these. And then we're gonna tape her here. Here. That's fine. Oh, so fine. Bunch of studios have been really cool about it. Fuck yeah. I like the idea, but I'm always nervous, self-conscious drawing outdoors. It's probably just a matter of the more you do it out when you're out and about, the more comfortable you get with it. I don't think I've ever felt uncomfortable whilst drawing out and about. It's been a hot minute since I've done like observational drawing, which can be a lot of fun. Just drawing people that pass by. Trying to find the people that aren't like at a 90-degree angle with their phone. They're all staring down like this. Trying to find the one or two people that are doing something else. Going on a searching adventure today to get a final piece of your fully portable paper animation setup. Ooh. It's a very outdoors person. People really don't care if you draw outside. Yeah, they don't. Unless you're female presenting, then sometimes the creepy dude may pop up. Speaking from experience. They start yapping with you. I'm like, dude, I'm drawing. Fuck off. I'm not here to talk to you. I'm here to draw. Getting a reasonably sized clipboard. Ooh. Shoo, get out of here. One time a cop walked over, like, what are you doing? I'm just doing observational gesture drawing, sir. And I was like, alright, carry on. Like, conspicuous woman at 9 p.m. on a train station is sitting down, looking up and down, jotting stuff down. The fuck she doing? You got people like that where I am? Ugh. Not the cop. Yes, the cop. Unless you're in the Philippines where people are kind of noisy. Ugh. Or nosy, rather. Time to bust out the good old headphones and just make yourself like you're not available. I say that, but fucking this very morning in the gym, I have my cardio session, and I always wear my headphones when I'm in the gym because I otherwise can't function. And another dude joins or gets on the treadmill next to mine and starts yapping at me. I'm like, dude, I've got headphones on. Oh well. It was a friendly conversation, at least. Oh no, headphone disrespecter. It started as good morning, and I greeted back. And I'm like, oh no, I've made myself available, apparently. I carefully put them back on again as soon as it quieted down. Just to be like, okay, I'm going back into focus mode. Gotta get that heart rate up. But again, the dude was friendly. At least. They got you as a captive audience while on the treadmill? Yeah. Yeah. Probably not the first time, and probably not the last. In my life. I'm so out of practice with paper drawing that the last couple times I've tried to do it while out and about, my brain lags. Yeah, probably mine too. I would like to do it again, though. Now that we're talking about it, I'm like, It do be that kind of weather to, like, go to a place where I can get, like, a warm beverage and sit down and draw the other patrons of whatever establishment I'm in. Use favorite to force line confidence, draw with Sharpie, and live with mistakes? Mm-hmm. Sharpie, or just pen, anything that you can't erase with. If you're doing gesture drawing of people that are passing by, you don't have the time for erasing anyway. They'll be long gone or changed poses. Likely. Did I tell you about when I went to a cafe with my mom and some old guy in roller skates came over to talk to us and started taking his boots and socks off right next to us? No! No, you didn't! That sounds, that's what that sounds like. Those are definitely the kind of encounters where you're just so caught off guard. You're just like, how do I handle this politely? Sounds invasive? Probably is. It's very hard to eat a muffin. During a pavilion thing, a cafe at a park. Yeah, then there comes the point you have no other choice but to be like, hey, please leave us alone. But you know, that requires being confrontational. Or at least not mind being confrontational in those kinds of moments. Whenever the song plays, it feels like I'm a small child attempting to shop. Hee hee. What can I get with my allowance? You gotta give him the ew, get your gross feet out of here, fella. Yeah, but that's... I can guarantee you I cannot do that if I am by myself. I don't see that going well for me one way or another. Yeah, I guess this morning was the first odd encounter for me in a while. I like to keep them to a minimum. I prefer to not be perceived. Which sounds weird when I'm a streamer, but it's different when you're out and about. She literally beat them the fuck up and established herself as the ruler of the gym, then no one will mess with you. No, I don't want to lose my gym membership, thank you very much. I am not big enough to assert dominance in the gym like that. I wish to not be perceived at start. Oh no. But also hilarious timing. And I send him doing it at his own little area. It's still gross, but whatever. But being like, hi, pills that chair, takes off boots. Yeah, that's... Oh, we get double ads. Alright, Twitch. It's because I hit the button to manually start them. Saw the countdown going. It's like, it's gonna take forever for it to stop saying starting soon and actually get into the ads. I'm just gonna press button. Curzec press the free money button. A whole penny. I'm afraid it must be off. Need to pretend to wake up at a reasonable time. Have a good waking up at a reasonable time. Hello, ads, and break from ads and ads. No! Strange. Guess I won't be pressing the manual ads button. As it's close to its own countdown. Something something $5 a month. No. What? Blue, thank you for gifting a sub to Sen! Thank you so much for the support. What if no ads? What if no ads? Well, they're in ads right now. Does it mean that they just stop as soon as the subscription hits your account? Was that ads? But thank you, haha. Well, now you have no ads to worry about for a month on this here channel. Which I believe subs are even more discounted now, or they'll be even more discounted soon? Was it like starting the 21st? Just saying. There's a lot of streamers this month that are doing some kind of incentive or invent or subathon. And I'm just like, I have nothing. I exist. I'm able to stream at all right now. Which that was very much not the case last year, this time a year. I had severely different stuff going on. Boy, love that Toon Boom! Oh no, Kevin, what are you encountering? But what if I do it? I approach you and go, good morning, Ben. What a lovely weather. Takes off shoes. How are we doing this fine day? Gross, yes, no, maybe. I'd be like weirded out still, I'm not gonna lie. Sage. Keep your shoes on when we're outdoors. At home, it's a shoes off policy in my living space. Press while using the fill tool? Really? Well, not me hitting Control S just now. Sorry, Kevin. Kevin's pencil and paper stop responding and needs to close. No! Sage, I'd look you in the eye and start removing my own shoes. If you can find your laces without looking. Why is hype incoming all of a sudden? Alright. It was a mere gift sub and not the delayed hype train. Yeah, but only after one gift sub, so it should require more than just one sub, but alright. Also earlier, hi CJ. I don't think I said your name yet when you popped in. Hi Camel Lover Curzec, how interested would you be in answering some questions for my school project? I have to interview someone in the entertainment industry and you seem super chill. Nothing too crazy, just some questions about working animation. I'd be willing to answer. I prefer them in writing if that's okay. I think I'll be able to give you a more thorough response if I can think about it and write it down back to you myself as opposed to saying it out loud. I want to be able to make sure I phrase things as best as I can, and if I do it very candidly over voice, I may not be able to give you assignment-worthy phrasing, if that makes any sense. Would you like me to send them your way? What would be best? And yeah, what Kevin's saying, not your fault, but that's a fucked up assignment. Yeah, it's a bit of a controversial assignment amongst the industry pros themselves. I've had to do an assignment like that too, where it wasn't just writing to a person, that we had to physically interview someone with camera and microphones and everything. It's fucked. It's really fucked up. As for where to send them, Instagram DMs. If you have Instagram at all, Instagram is the same username as I am literally everywhere else. Thank you so much. Yeah. Can't promise I'll give you satisfying answers, but I'd be willing to try. Also, let me know when you want them by, so I can have some kind of sense of urgency to it, maybe. Hate that, yeah. I do think I did a good job with that assignment, though, in terms of like the quality that we ended up making it all at. Just like, yeah, just solidly edited together. Good questions. Watchable. There were other people who did their assignments a bit more colorfully. Well, Blurx, thank you for subscribing with your Prime for 15 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for using your Prime on me, man. No, Stan, thank you for the bits. What the fuck? Help. Thanks for the support, guys. $1K bit batch, you may dab! Oh my lord! You're one of the few people who are allowed to dab! Yippee! And that dab is there forever. Whether you want it or not, unless I change the emote, but not likely? I don't know. I feel weird about changing a perma emote to something else. Because there's the off chance that someone was like, oh, I want that emote specifically. So, Luckily, my professor isn't super picky about how the interviews are done, so at least there's that. Yeah. That's good. You aren't the first person who's reached out to me to answer those kinds of assignments and questions. I had one a couple years ago. Took me a while to get back to them, but I did in the end. I had the time to do so. ended up sending a thank you drawing, which was very sweet of them. I never ended up responding to that email though. Feel bad. There'll be no more emotes unless we go to partner or someone reaches the 50k bits emote. That will unlock the 75k bit emote. That's how that works. That's so sweet, yeah. Like, I understand that students get these kinds of assignments. Also, me saying this, like, hey, for this thing in particular, please do it over, like, a DM or written down as opposed to over text, or not text, candidly right now while I'm live. Like, I'm very much able and willing to answer stuff on stream. But because this is like an assignment, I want to phrase it properly. And I'll be able to do that a bit more easily if I can think about it for a bit in advance. As I receive the questions. Definitely don't feel like you can't ask stuff here in chat either. Appreciate that? Yeah. Of course. Like I said, I've been a student too. I've had an assignment like that too. I know what it's like. And yeah, Utopia. Just one of them Nintendo mixes. As YouTube and their playlists continue to be kind of broken. I think the worst assignment I had in school was to go out and drop people on the train one. Why was that the worst one? Because to me that sounds fine. Honestly, not that bad. Yeah. Like, oh no, you have to do observational drawing as an animator? Damn. Or I guess an animation student? Fuck. You know, observational drawing and people watching and sketching is an incredible thing to do for your observational skills. It's free figure drawing with gestures and all kinds of caricatures that come across you that will stand out, and you'll be like, I need to draw you, and I can because I've got this fucking sketchbook right in front of me. Well, a couple students were stupid and drew the people right in front of them and were caught and freaked out about it. Yeah, you're gonna want to observe someone that's a safe distance. That is not within yelling range. Or noticing range and then yelling at you. I have a sketchbook, I'm allowed. Free country. You gotta be a bit tactful about it. Hi, busboy. And Shoop. I remember having a school assignment where we had to go out and survey the public on something. I filled in the answers myself and spent the rest of the day goofing off. Bold. Very bold. With ads being played earlier. Yeah, we're already an hour and a half in. Oh no. Shit. We'll get this done before end of stream, probably. Should. Considering I got the other arms and the whole body done during the last one, which is an equally long stream, surely. I'm looking emotes and it's not taking points, so that's strange. Ever had an assignment like this? Then again, I went to business school. I'm just a measly film student. You're getting your degree. That's pretty cool. My conkles. I believe this arm had the most hands visible. Is it one point redeeming your stream? Yep. That's for people who want to say hi without chatting in chat. They can use the channel point to let themselves be known. You can only do it once per stream. We did sculpture trail in college. I'm glad they told us in advance so I could do a trial run. Why? I have a little of automotive phonophobia. That just freaked me out. That day felt so long. Ooh. Yeah, I can't imagine statues not being to your liking and having to go through stuff like that. Being a little ooh. Wood reps on the dumbbells? Oh, what kind of movement though? I was gonna say if Shnu and I had the gumption, we would hog the whole chat. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just a lurkier way to say hi. To let your presence be known. So you don't have to type in an actual message. A bunch of streamers have this. And I figured, why not? Even though you don't see that thumb, I'm just gonna make it look nice anyway. Well. Really wish I could go to college, there's so much to learn. What prevents you from going to college? If I may ask. Have I got the name? The tilting forward and pulling your eyebrows back one? Pulling your elbows back. Oh, that one. Is it extensions? Tricep extension? No. Kickbacks, I think. It is for the triceps, though. I didn't finish high school because of depression. Also money. Aw, man. Yeah, I wouldn't know. What you could do instead. There's certainly courses out there if you want to learn something. Weren't you also Dutch? What about, isn't LOE something you could do? I don't know about the requirements of LOE. It seems ridiculous to most because my city has a lot of statues when you think about it, but it's very different when they're 2 foot away and redacted because mention of artwork would dox me, but I got through it. Scholarships are my best friend, for real. I would not be in college without them. I'm a first-gen student. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to go to animation college were it not for financing through government stuff either. And I was only eligible for that because of one parent being the situation for me, who didn't have a high income. So, yay. I have no student debts. I had it for a brief period after I graduated for a couple years, without interest, and then they decided, hey, you know about that, that whole no interest situation? Yeah, we changed our minds. We're gonna charge you interest in like 2 months, so starting next year. So fast. I wasn't that much of a debt anyway, compared to like US sizes of student debt, right? I just paid it off in one go. It's like, okay, well, if you're suddenly gonna charge interest, here's the whole thing. Fuck off. Are they allowed to do that? I don't know, but they sure did do that. I feel like they shouldn't be allowed to like retroactively do that kind of shit. They've been doing all kinds of funky stuff. Had I started animation college a year later than when I did, I wouldn't have had that level of financial support I ended up having. Because for a couple years they just didn't offer that shit at all. And only the students that started going to college with that still being a thing could keep it until they graduated. But everyone after me, for a couple years, was shit out of luck. And now they have it back again. The old system, the one that I benefited from. And all the other students still have their massive student debts compared to, like, my debt. It's still peanuts compared to, like, US sizes of student debt. And you are actually able to pay it off. You don't have that much interest on your student loans that, despite you paying it off, it ends up being more and more and more and more. But like 60K in student debt was unheard of up until then. Unless you take out like a max loan, which very few people did. They're retroactively changing a grade on contract, which not allowed unless you agree to it. Yeah. Well, they tried it anyway, and I was fortunate enough to pay it all off. Was that 2 years ago? Almost? Most apart, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day yourself, Sonny. Thanks for stopping by. The cost of my uni tripled a couple of years after I left. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much more expensive my animation course is now compared to when I did it. It's already gradually getting more and more expensive because, you know, lol, inflation. Student debt was 64K at the time, plus debt. My parents handled the finances, but as a result, I ended up paying a lot more per month, while still behind on the interest. Ugh. For a second, I couldn't scroll. OBS chat, weird. Interest killer, what do you mean? I've paid up my loan 3 times over and still owe money? Yeah. It's pretty evil out there. Super interested in history and 2, disabled to work a normal job. And we're looking into internships or volunteer positions in the field that interest you then. DD didn't work either because the system gets people to try and trick you out of giving up your IEP. No idea what these things mean. I'll be honest. One more arm. Muscadano's well for well, all fairly well. Good luck with all these student assignments that you got going. IP is the thing that gives you help if you need it in school. GED is the test of the high school diploma equivalent, kinda. Okay. Final arm. 6-armed creature. Good practice for one of my own OCs who also has 6 arms. Though they'll probably not be as animated across a thing as they are in here. Whatever the version is of this song, it's crusty, dude. Right, so then so my AEP said I had more time, and we got rid of my AEP without knowing what would happen because the person said I didn't need it. I blatantly did because everything they were referencing was saying I was a slow reader, but they said I comprehended everything, so it's fine. No! Reading speed and comprehension speed are two very different things. And comprehension ability, especially. It's not even a speed thing. That sucks. That's so. Man. You were done dirty. I'm so sorry to hear that. If anything, sometimes reading too fast impacts your comprehension abilities negatively. I'm not mistaken, this song is a bit of a drag. The head empty situation. This music's so relaxing. Good. A good focus tune. I'm nearly done. After this frame, 2 more for this hand. And then we color. And then we're done. Probably we'll do some exporting. And I'll do some critical viewing. Adjust what we can. Without having to redo the whole animation. I'm gonna bother with that thumb. Are you hidden anyways? I drew it properly while under the impression that, oh, maybe I can do it in front of the body for a couple frames, but it ended up looking a little odd on the other side, so maybe not. Hey, maybe let's not. Something nice. Usually I do a lot of copy pasting with cleanup lines. It's nice to be able to be quite loose and immediately cut stuff for once. Those are the perks of doing more frantic animated pieces. Don't have to worry about all that subtle stuff with line weight and line consistency and all that stuff. Howdy, in peep. Welcome in. How you doing? Pretty decent. How about you? I'm doing alright. I'm almost done with the last arm of cleanup. Got one more frame after this one. And then it is time to color. Got some flippies going on. Over. Let's rotate. Ever so slightly. Oh. Weird. Exciting, I assume coloring generally takes a lot less time than the rest of the process. Oh, keep watching and you'll see just how fast it goes. If you haven't been here for a coloring moment in Toon Boom animation before, get fucking ready with how quickly that shit's gonna be done with. Need to finish this final frame. I think half, but wasn't sure. You'll be sure of it in just a minute. Bam, bam, bam. Color out it. Pretty much how that goes. This is for Weeb. Yep, sure is. His @ is in the stream title. Figured I should do that going forward when it comes to Twitch-specific commissions, at least. I don't remember if I did it for Kieran as well. And if not, I should've. Oh well. Kieran's are done. They are approved. This thumb decides to fucking ruin my day. Trying to glue the lines together so that it looks nicer. One part will always be the bane of your existence. No! Say it ain't so! I did it here too, god damn it. It must be like zoomed out that it's like, I want to simplify this line fusion thing. Much to my grief. I'm gonna check all the other frames too while I'm at it. The other glued fingies that ended up wanting to do that. No fingies. Nope, okay. Alright. Are you ready for super quick color? We have 3 layers of 3 arms, each several frames. Start your timers in 3, 2, 1. Dang it, it's not close. Wait, hang on. I'm getting nerfed here. Hang on, wait, hang on. Hang on, wait. These errors happen sometimes. Eh. That's 1. That's 2. And that's done. That's time. Was that a minute and a half with the error? Don't we all appreciate the fill tool? If the lines are close, yes. Yes, we do. Oh lord, he coming. I'm gonna have to write you a ticket for going past the speed limit? No! You can't fine me for being good at my job. Perfect for Halloween, hopefully. Hopefully just fun to use. Oh, actually, I missed a thingy. See that? You'll see this shit? And that's how easy it is for animation errors to happen, chat. What if your job is crime? That's outside of my field of expertise. But yeah, there he is. Hopefully done. I guess we'll export the little fucker. PNG sequence though. Oh wait, it's import that I've done. Whoops, not export. You guys can't see what I'm doing. By design! Haha. We scamp. $20 frames. Color alpha. PNG. I'll leave this on loop for y'all. Turn on the color card. And then I'm going to import these frames into TV Paint. And 80p. No background. Modify to, what did I say I offered? I think 1080, 500, and 112 were my deliverables. Not me knowing my own deliverables, teehee. $150. Oh no! It's an invasion of a lot of weebs! A very big one! It's like when you get a virus in a fucking TV show. Guys, you think we got enough weebs on here? I don't know if we have enough. Got one on my head now. You know what? Mishka gets one too. Here you go, Mish. Add more? You got it. Make become stream unwatchable. I have the power! As an animator, I am enabled to do this kind of stuff. You can't fucking stop me. This is my stream, my skill, my art that I've worked years and years on to hone and improve upon just for this day to occur. Is the stream lagging yet? There's one on my tablet now. Oh no, there's one that's creeping on in the show reel. No! Wait, chat, look out! There's one right there! Very Kevin core. This is Curzec core. Wait, we need another big one. There we go. Not too big, though. And let's send it, like, way back. I apparently... Only 16 of them in here? Nah, we gotta get more. We gotta get a couple more. I wish if I were to drag these into OBS, they would immediately be placed roughly where I let them go on my cursor. This music is very fitting. The ice cave, or the cave music from Pokemon Gold and Silver. Think we're good? One more for good measure. Right here on the Ko-fi. 23 duplicates, meaning 24 in total. And that's of the 12 sized. Of the 150, there's 16, or 17 probably, rather. Which one's the real one? I can't. Who do I shoot? I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and send it to Weeb. How many? Yes. Burn them all? What the? Hey now, don't burn Weeb. This is the perfect amount. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is a perfectly viewable stream. You appear to have a virus on your computer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is like the kind of fucking funny haha Hollywood kind of viruses that they have. Quick, Ben, we gotta team up on one keyword and fight off the hackers. Fight off the virus. Types keyword quickly. Ugh. Never uses mouse. I'm hacking. Hey Draco, welcome. How you doing? This is a very normal stream. OBS, I can get this a cute question. You aren't even close to OBS's limits. Is that a challenge? Junie, hey, is that a challenge? Hi, how you doing? Is that a challenge? I think you have a spider problem? No. Spiders have 8 legs. This thing has 6. Arms, that is. Perfectly normal, nothing is going on. Yes, see? Wait, Junie, this one's for you. This one right here. This one's for you. What if I make a plugin? Which I have no power to do such things. But for every viewer that's on the stream, we get an extra weeb on screen. We get an extra little guy on screen. 720 fingers. That's a lot of fingers. What are you gonna do with all those fingies? Hi, Empanadas. Welcome to a very normal stream. This is your challenge. Depending on your PC specs, you'll need about 3k more on the low end and 300,000 more on the high end. Fuck. I'll be dragging in for a while then, huh? I can, like, triple trouble it by dragging in 3 at a time. This one is going off screen. This one's going over here. One takes a nice space here. Your bitrate will down before OBS will. Oh yeah, probably the bitrate's kind of dog shit now, huh? Actually looks okay. Been worse. Oh my god. Hi, Dominic. It's getting there. Yeah. Hello everyone, what is going on? Oh, just, you know, being enabled by being an animator. And also ads. Sorry. Unfortunate timing. I snoozed them earlier. And check back in and you're covered in them? Yeah. And there's a big rate, then a wild weeb army will fills the screen. Yeah, the dream. 'Tis funny, good. Total weeb festation. Very much so. There's a lot on screen right now. There's Mishka ads. There's at least 3 weebs on screen, only one of them is real. I feel itchy. Same, honestly. Ah, the powers of animation. Are you the weeb that's real? You sure you want the answer to that question? Junie? You sure you want the answer? Art is powerful. Art is indeed powerful. Mishkas is wondering what the hell is happening. Very, very valid. I'll get rid of the weebs ceremoniously as soon as ads are over. Which is another minute and then some. I have a minute to think of how to get rid of them ceremoniously other than just select all and delete. I could select all, give them a good shake, and then delete. Weeb spray? Ooh. Yeah, fucking download a PNG of bug spray. Hang on. It's like fucking great idea, actually. What's that one brand? Raid? Raid. There we go. Shadow Legends? No. Alright, Weeb. Get ready to meet your maker. For I have here a can of raid! It's a raid, but not the raid you want on Twitch.tv. It's a very large can of raid. I had to fucking scale it down to hell and back. Alright, chat, hold your breath. Don't inhale this shit. Psh! Be gone! Be gone, weeb! Fuck off! Get out of here! Psh! Wait, maybe I need to rotate it. No, I moved a bug. Damn it. Get out of here! Leave! CJ, what the fuck did I tell you? Don't fucking breathe right now! Hyperjerk, you too! God! Get out of here! Ah! Dude, are you remove 45 items? That's so many! And they're gone. Alright, chat, you can breathe again. Get a good whiff of that weebless environment. TJ dies after 3. No! Aw, salutes in chat for those who didn't make it. All 45 weebs. Chat, you can breathe again. Hi, Speedstar. Thank you for the music request. Unweebed your stream. Very much so. I miss weeb, plural. I missed one in the bottom right corner. Nuh-uh. There's one right here! Yeah? You like being at, like, 80,000% zoomed in of weeb? That's a lot of weeb. This is only 1,000. This is 1,250. This is 16. This is 2,000. Ooh. It's like the B-movie image. Don't. How dare you mention B-movie? We'll stay lightheaded and holding my breath. Alright. Gosh, you hit the limb so damn well. Thank you. I'm glad. I hope they read nicely in emote size. I can imagine to maybe make a variety of the arms that are further back to make those a little darker compared to the front ones to separate them a bit more. I may do that anyway and present both to Weeb. It should be a pretty quick thing to do also. It's literally just a matter of making a duplicate of these. Line 2 arms. Making that a little darker than what it was. Close that one. And then we select all of these, and we do that, and we select all of these, and we do that. These are all just one color anyway. And then we do that again for these. I do worry about it reading on dark mode, so let me get the hex color for that and change the color card to that color. Where is the Kieran commission? You have a quick dark mode. $18.18.1B is the hex code for Twitch dark mode. Why can't I enter a hex code in Toon Boom? God damn it. Fine. 240.11.11. Nope. There we go. Oh, that should be fine. With how bright those eyes are in comparison. Pretty spoopy. So yeah, this will be in your chats. Yeah, I think looking at it tiny, having the other arms be a different color will help greatly. I'm just going to do this. Oh, wait. I need to re-export. I have the color card on. I'm gonna give Yoshi's New Island a try. Some people say it's not great, but I'm not sure. Was it the one that they showed at the Nintendo Direct last week? Did that come out instantly? So hi, computer, and Mila. What's happened? I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn. 6 years of friend pressure has finally cracked you. Uh-oh, good luck. Okay, time to, in all seriousness, send 2 versions. Alright, they've been sent to Weeb, who is currently offline, probably a snoozing, or maybe working. I don't know his life. But yeah. That's it for now. There's not much else I can do. Depending on what kind of notes they may be done off stream. If there are any to be given. That's the end of that. For now. I'll let y'all know if it's approved when I hear so and I am able to share with y'all. You did a really good job. Thanks, Xander. I appreciate. What was on your gaming backlog? A lot. Didn't I share my Excel sheet with y'all recently? Which I think I missed a couple of things and then ended up adding them. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Probably the first thing I want to play is Clair Obscur. Yeah. I forgot to add... Lies of P wasn't on there, I believe. Which I had started. I had one whole session nearly 2 years ago. And I added a couple of games that I have on my... I'm looking respectfully at that aren't out yet. Those are... I think Pragmata may have already been on there. I added Ballad of Antara and Tides of Annihilation and Project Robot, the Team Ico / Fumito Ueda game. And I also added Date Everything, which is out already. But my friend worked on it, so you know. Gotta support the homies. When I have the time to play. Which I don't. Curzec on your list for sure? Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the one I'm looking forward to most to play. I give like a number of how excited I am to play thing. Actually, is Clair Obscur on here? Yes, there it is. Yeah, that one has the highest number. Of a 9 out of 10 as to how much I want to play it. Actually, well, the highest is for Project Robot. The Fumito Ueda game, but you know, it's not out yet, so... That one's a solid fucking 10. Out of 10. Tim's BGE too. I'm leaving that one on there. That's how much I believe in it. I'll need to see something new before I add Beyond Good and Evil 2 to my future gaming backlog thing. Has repeatedly my save twice, so it's currently in timeout. What? That's fucked up. What platform are you playing on? I was so sorry to hear that. That's fucking dog shit. Some of Prince's things that I am interested in, Keigo Takami, who works since Wing People, is what I'm interested in. I have no idea who or what Keigo Takami is. PS4, something to do with cloud saves? I don't know. Still, that sucks though. That's lame. Yeah, I have it on PS5. I wasn't even aware it was on PS4. Hawks from My Hero Academia. Young Evil 2 mentioned I approve. That's right, Art Deck. I recognize your name from the Beyond Good and Evil corner of the internet, which is oh so itty bitty. Welcome in, how you doing? Are you also waiting for a collector's edition to arrive at your doorstep between now and the 30th? There's some good animation. Curzec reminds me of Clyde Spidey. This is gonna be an emote. Yep, this is gonna be an emote for Are Weeb There Yet, who is the person I have added in the stream title. Y'all should check him out. Actually, fucking... Weeb's a good dude. Also a moderator for Onsta, so you know that this person is solid fucking gold. It's so small we all kind of know each other's names. Yeah. Hope you're having a good one. I think Best Chance for BG2 is one of those things when the OG devs start up something else and make a spiritual successor because Ubisoft are too busy making the same games again. Well, the thing is, Michel Ancel left the games industry a couple years ago, and I don't think he has any intention of going back, which is honestly very fair. Yeah, but my friend already warned me that limited run is awful with shipping, so I low-key expect it to be delayed again. Nothing like a third delay to something you paid good money for. Because my order also includes a physical copy of the Switch version. Which since ordering this collector's edition and the combined like Switch physical version, I got it digitally on Switch. I can't say much because NDA, but a lot of the OG devs are still on it. Fuck yeah, that's cool. Don't forget one person isn't making the entire game. Yeah, there's so many fucking people involved in Beyond Evil 2 alone. I wish all game devs, especially the ones on that project, a very healthy work-life balance, because man. And I saw a job listing for, I think it was VFX position for Beyond Evil 2 specifically, like a couple weeks ago. So that does sound like it's being worked on. And it will just appear when it will. And I, at least, will still be able to cling on to the first Beyond Good and Evil. The only Beyond Good and Evil. Sonic Mania, I got that game 3 times. Yeah, dude, I have so many copies of Beyond Good and Evil. Literally, the only version I don't have are the HD Xbox 360 and the Xbox One or Series 1. I don't know, whichever one they had for physical limited edition 20th anniversary releases. That's the only ones that I don't have. I considered adding the Xbox version to this limited run order too, but I'm like, I don't have the console, and that's another like 40 to 60 bucks. I forgot how expensive it was. And I'm like, maybe I'll keep an eye out later in life and see if someone's selling it secondhand. Team Cherry nailed the Silksong release. Oh, Team Cherry probably did. All the shop fronts did. Haha. That was a fun day. Food eated. Ooh, congratulations on food consumption. Yeah, Montpellier is still one of the Star Studios, so have faith. I want to have faith, Arctic. Believe you me. Jeff's listings have never stopped, but the death of Emile and all Ubisoft shakeups obviously had an impact. I guess I'm just was never aware of how much of an influence Emile was, which apparently it must have been, considering how frequently he's mentioned and the homage for him in the 20th anniversary edition. Which, yeah, I'm sorry I never heard of his name prior. And his passing is tragic. I have no idea of the circumstances of it, but you know, it sucks. And my condolences to all who knew him. Oh, Dark from Orbit like Silksong and all the Steam titles will just move. Oh. You got physical angel over Mania? Hell yeah. Monday lasagna? Oh, delicious. I haven't had lasagna in so long. Emile Morel was the creative director. He was on the helm since Michael left and was part of it prior. Yeah, I had to guess he was involved for a long time. I don't suppose you know how he passed. And if you do, you don't have to share that here. I'm just like, I know how stressful game dev is, and I would hate for it to have been a thing of like that being part of the cause. That'd be grim. Maybe I shouldn't know. But yeah. Didn't know what you mean. I was playing 15 minutes after release and only had to refresh 500 times and nearly bought 3 copies of it. Sadly, I have no clue. Only that he died and his death left the team really impacted. Yeah, that much is a given. They had a whole like tribute concert and everything, and he is not just in an homage in the game itself, but I think also on the vinyl that I ordered. Hang on, because it came with like a little sheet, a little piece of paper with some kind of dedicated to Emil. Hang on, let me grab it just to be sure, because I feel like that was the case. Hang on. Grab the vinyl that I still haven't framed. Fuck. Got it. It's still in the plastic, but what isn't in there is a little hard paper booklet thing of 2 sides. Can I open this? This is a notable thing? No. It's just like a one-sided hard cardboard thingy signed by Christophe Herel, the composer of Beyond and Evil's music. And someone else's signature, whom I don't recognize. But on the back, it says like credits for the soundtrack, as well as dedicated to Emile Morel. So yeah, you got the vinyl tour here too, and it was the BG remaster too, I think. Yeah, 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 dude. The moment I saw this being listed, this vinyl, I was like, yoinkas, sploinkas, take my money. I want as much physical Beyond Good and Evil stuff in my life as I can. A while ago, I remembered and mentioned out loud on stream that I remember seeing like a throwaway camera that was Beyond Good and Evil themed, and I was wondering whether I was tripping or not if I actually did see that. And no, it does exist. I think Draco managed to find a photo of it, and dude, I would fucking kill. Maybe not literally, but would be a nice collectible to have. So yeah, my vinyl for Beyond Evil 20th anniversary soundtrack still in the sheet. I have some frames wishlisted. I just need to measure that out. Maybe it'd be a nice thing to do, because I not only have that I want to frame, I also still need to frame my animation Cell and Genga from Vampire and the Bloodlust. And this collector's edition for Beyond Evil 20th anniversary edition is going to come with something that you can probably hang up. Maybe wait until everything is here and just spend the day putting stuff on the wall. Like Jade's camera? It didn't look like Jade's camera, no, sadly. Hey Greg, how you doing? A fuzzy ball, that's right, and he's coming for you. You should have been here like a minute ago. Well, not a minute ago. It's been a little bit. Hang on, let me grab a screenshot of what I ended up doing. Because with the power of animation and being fucking streamer brain, hey, look at what I did to my own stream. Just, dragging in a GIF or 45. Normal. The usual. E3 2018, god, yeah, it's been a hot minute since E3. And 2018 was when we had that second trailer for BG2. Remember when BG2 announced in 2017? A few months later, they put up a Nox Limited figurine, and the Ubisoft store which was $800. Yeah, it wasn't a figurine though; it was a whole statue, and they also had one of Callum, I think, or they had plans for Callum, which is like, hey, Ubisoft, that's very bold of you to not only already put out merch out there of a game that's not even out yet, but like that high cost of merch. Oh, I wonder if someone's selling those right now. Which I imagine now will be cheaper than if/when we ever get some news again on Beyond Good and Evil 2, because, you know, demand will probably go up. They had a Nox with Callum figurine, but it was San Diego Comic-Con exclusive! I hate those exclusive things. I remember years ago when it was the release year of The Last Guardian, I think, or maybe the year after before. They had an exclusive plushie of Draco at E3. It looks so cute. I may still have a picture of it somewhere. But again, it was fucking. What do you mean? What do you mean it's E3 exclusive? Fuck you! Oh god. That. Deleted it. I feel like I had it some folder. I guess I don't. Oh well, too bad. But yeah, Draco would have been a cute as fucking plushie. You got the statue of the collector's edition on my desk? Yeah, I've got it in my display case. I'm looking at it right now. Next to my 3D printed Ludwig the Holy Blade that I got off of Etsy. A completely different vibe, but you know, cool. Imagine me, a nerd? What? It's so pretty. Yeah, it's so nice. All those individually sculpted feathers. Fucking crazy. The plateau that it's on, like that green plateau, is a little cheap and simply painted, but eh. At least Rico is nice. I originally only had the, I think, Steelbook edition of The Last Guardian, but then I ended up liking the game so much, I'm like, I want that fucking statue. Nerd, no way, Buffsick is a known jock. How have you fucking know? Buff nerds are on the rise and they're coming for you! And my gains are on their way. Consume protein. I've seen a dude wear a Dragon Ball Z t-shirt in the gym that I go to, so... You know. And I also signal my nerdness when I wear my old Devil May Cry t-shirt to the gym. When did I wear that? I think I wore it Monday? Actually, this week? So. Does it say I am the hype? No, it's a DMC4 t-shirt. I got this way before the announcement of DMC5. It's an old shirt. I hadn't worn it a lot or much at all up until I started going to the gym. It's like, oh yeah, this is like a nice, like, wide and airy shirt to wear while going to the gym. It looks nice with a pair of shorts. That's what it looks nicest, like a baggy t-shirt with some shorts. This is a very good combination. Should wear more nerd shirts. I still have, I think I once wore a Horizon Zero Dawn t-shirt to the gym. already said it in the past, but I'll say it again. But seeing your previous work up top is so cool. Oh, thank you. I still need to update it. I wonder if I'll get around to it soonish, because like my love letter to Beyond and Evil isn't even in there. A shit ton of my freelance work for the Tummy Tom movies isn't in there. Like minutes of movie footage not in there at all. Been the same loop for a long time. But thank you for the nice words, I appreciate. I could go for some Team Ico merch now that I think about it. Oh, could you imagine, like, a collection of statues from the Colossi from Shadow of the Colossus? Ooh! Ooh! Would buy. Updating your portfolio slash real art station? Nah, we wait till we forget what we worked on as artists do, right? Yeah. Well, I made a showreel, like a proper one, earlier this year. To be like, hey, look at what I can do with the latest work that I can show you. Did I hear Devil May Cry 4 t-shirt? That's right, Sen. I wonder if I can find it. Wonder if I can find a picture. It's specifically of Dante. Yes, my shirt features Dante from Devil May Cry. Haha. I don't even know if it was like an official t-shirt. I found it at a convention and I'm like, alright. Merch of something that I like that is niche. Yeah, I found it. Oh my gosh. Took a while of scrolling, but I found it. Hang on. This is the shirt. It says Dante in katakana. He's going pew pew. I wonder if there's a matching Nero shirt. I would 100% get that. $20 on this web shop. Still available? God damn. No, wait, it's out of stock. Never mind. I was like, man, that's an old fucking t-shirt that they are still having in stock? That's insane. But nah. That is vibes though? Yeah, it's a fucking... I like wearing this shirt to the gym. Genuinely. Nice and baggy. Should be good to wear if I decide to bulk, which I'm not sure if I will. That would be a winter thing to do. And then do a cut in spring. Gotta be comfortable about the idea of bulking. Plus suits out for Dante shirt. Not even a smoking sexy style? Damn. Triple S, please and thank you. I feel like this shirt is the accompanying. It's... I'm actually not sure. I need more Devil May Cry shirts and just stuff in my life. I have this play arts figurine of Nero, Devil May Cry 4 Nero. Nero's my favorite in DMC4. DMC4 was my introduction to the franchise. You believe it. What if we move over to tunes, even though we only have like 11 more minutes of stream? What the fuck? I guess no. No more other art. I guess we're just chatting until I'm like, alright, I need to fuck off because I got life. I need more manga till I get every author. Most one-on-one is Gachakuta. I have no idea what this is. Resting! Goals! Well, I have stuff to do after stream. Don't you worry. Life like a person or something? Ew? Cringe? With the shirt of the dice room? Of the EMC4? What? Why a shirt of the dice room? I don't remember anything being interesting about the dice room in DMC4. Also, which one? Is it the boss rush one or the one in the castle? Where Nero plays along and then Dante enters the room and he's like, no, I'm not gonna play this, fuck you. Slice! You hated the boss rush one? Oh, I love the boss rush in DMC4. There was a period where I played that in the morning for like a while in a row before I went to school. Especially in Heaven or Hell. Yeah, you see, there's the problem. you played Heaven or Hell mode. I think I did Devil Hunter at highest. I love Devil May Cry. I'm not very good at it. I want to be better at it, but this is hard. In neither of the closest place they sell manga, and it's not yet. Well, yet implies that it will eventually be out. Brute force my way through that using gold orbs. Ooh. I don't think I've gotten an S rank in any of the DMC except 5. Oh, interesting. I've gotten S rank on that boss rush mission in DMC 4. Granted, that was on like Devil Hunter at highest. So like, I believe that's normal difficulty. Whereas human is easy mode. In which, hey, Devil May Cry is plenty challenging for new people, so no shame in playing on human/easy. It reminds me I owned that HD trilogy and only finished the first. FromSoft took over Curzec brain, hee. There's no skill, just stubbornness. The boss rush is fine. The dice, though, the dice has a special mechanic, though. You can make it land on the number you want if you pay close attention, Blue. I think you needed to devil bringer it. Like the uppercut of the upper grab. And then the number that's on top the moment you'd strike is the number it will always land on. So if you're like, I need exactly 4, you can make it land on exactly 4. It's not a gamble. Did I just teach you something about a game that came out in 2007? I had no idea! Oh no! Yeah, that's the thing you can force. You can force the number it lands on. Just randomly did it. Well, now's as good a time as any to go back to DMC4 and improve your score. Where do you suggest people start playing the franchise? There's 2 places you can start with Devil May Cry. You need to start chronologically, in story order, or chronologically of release. So if you go story, you'll have that like nice and consecutive, right? But then you'll go from DMC 3 to DMC 1, and you'll start missing the quality of life improvements that they had in DMC 3 compared to 1. So it's either you face that, or you start with the jank, with the story out of order. That's up to your preference, really. Are you willing to take a hit on aged game mechanics experience? Also, just to clarify, the story chronological order for DMC games is 3, 1, 2, 4, 5. And yes, what Greg says, the Switch version of DMC 3 has a style switching that feels like every version should have. Yeah, it's amazing, the style switching in DMC 3, because the original DMC 3 didn't have that at release. You can only change the styles at a shop or at the beginning of your chapter. Which is pretty rough. And yeah, I guess for that alone, I would recommend the Switch version if you have a Switch. I played the Switch version on stream years ago. Got humbled anyway, though. Mostly by the final boss. By the final Virgil fight. Oh. Man, that fight is brutal. I had a good couple do-overs on the second Virgil fight as well. But I don't know. It felt better. And I had a lot of trouble with Beowulf in that run. That was crazy. I had like 9 or 10 redos. My poor score. She ate shit. But hey, we at least got good jams that whole time. I've got some of the music on my MP3/headphones to listen to when I work out. It's like I mentioned earlier that I have a Devil May Cry shirt that I wear to the gym, right? It is very fitting when I get to the Devil May Cry songs on those same days that I wear the shirt. It's like, yes, time to fucking pull my own devil trigger in the gym. Let's fucking push some weights. I'd rather get the Gen out of the way. I remember struggling with 1 after playing 3 first. Do keep in mind, though, 3 will also make you struggle. Let's not all forget that in Devil May Cry 3, you start with only having normal difficulty unlocked. You don't get easy mode unlocked until you die 3 times, and the game is like, easy mode is now enabled. The fucking... Oh, the disrespect. The game sees striking. He's like, here, idiot. Though, to be fair, if I'm also not mistaken, what is normal difficulty in Western releases, or any release outside of Japan, I believe, is Japan's hard difficulty. I think there was a bit of a fuck up with the stats and numbers when they got released outside of Japan. Baby mode activated, and still, if you are unfamiliar with Devil May Cry games, you will still have a rough time with Devil May Cry 3 on easy mode, probably, if you're not familiar with those kind of games at all. And if not, hey, good job, try Devil Hunter next, or normal difficulty, I believe it's still called in DMC3. I don't think they started calling it that in DMC4. Being so good drawing, you make someone go blind with how good you drew a single emote. I want the hospital bills for my blindness to be paid, Curzec. Where are my hospital bill payments? I didn't make you look at my stuff. I am not responsible. But yeah, Devil May Cry, good games. Young and Evil, good games. I have taste. Hell in Hell mode, though? Oh. Dude, I don't even think I ever unlocked anything beyond Dante Must Die? Or Sons of Sparta? You're built stronger than I am, Blue. I just play the same missions over and over on the difficulties that I enjoy. I replayed the mission for, was it chapter 4, I think, in Devil May Cry 4, when you fight the frog at the end. You die in one hit while everything else just has extra HP. Yep, that's very much something I understood about the difficulties. Was it Dante Must Die in Heaven and Hell? Yeah. Just don't get hit, smiley face. Listen, it's very easy to get hit. With the camera, you'll get hit a lot. Yeah. Yeah. But that's the challenge of the Devil May Cry games. You gotta embody the characters the way they are in their cutscenes. That's the real goal of it all. Anyway, oh my god, it's the time. It's time for me to fuck off. You become Silent Hill, better not get hit. Don't get Tywin. Let's see. Whomst. Can we raid? Like someone just started. We could also raid someone we've never raided before. Thanks for streaming chill vibes. Yeah, thank y'all for hanging. Thank y'all for chatting along with me until the very little end of the stream. Little just chatting vibes. Oh my god. Who do we go to? This person has the fewest. And is familiar with emote making, so maybe if they ask for our tax, they'll know what's up. Kokoka says, yeah, no, I'm glad to hear that. Appreciate hearing that when I do my streams, even if they are shorter at the minute. We're gonna rate Marumi, who we've rated before. They're doing commission work, judging from their title. Doing some very pretty line art. I will be back on Friday. Either I do make those little icons for channel point redemptions, or I get started, or just exclusively do some more Mishka merch. I've got no commissions lined up, so I can do what I want! And I won a travel mug, and a tote bag, and a sweater. Mishka merch. That's right. Merchka. That doesn't quite work. Never mind. I gotta go. Gotta get the fuck out of here. I've peaked. And therefore we have to fucking leave. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging, everybody. 'Twas a good one. Hopefully Weeb approves. And if not, well, shit. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and wash your hands. Bye-bye!